my father killing my mother, and experienced a whole lot of trauma just throughout the whole lifespan. Current symptoms and diagnosis, I'm diagnosed with PTSD with depersonalization. I'm very distracted at home and at school. I've been acting out behaviors, have nightmares, and I'm also very withdrawn from my aunt because she continues to shut me down whenever I want to talk about my past.
I'm Angelica. I play the therapist in the video. We're practicing trauma-focused CBT. So by now we have a well-established relationship. She's been seeing me since the incident, and she's now 10. She just turned 10. And so we're at the point where we're prepping for her trauma narrative to be read to her aunt. So at this point, we've established the coping skills for both Maggie and Lisa, which is her aunt. And so some of those strategies are psychoeducation for Maggie in the video, and then also some parenting skills for Lisa, which we talked about in the video. So nice to see you again.
Thanks. It's been okay.
So you just had a birthday?
Yeah, I did.
How does it feel?
Good.
How old are you now?
I am 10 years old.
Awesome. The Big 10. That's what I thought. All right. So this is what I kind of wanted to go over a couple things today because as we had talked last time, we're preparing to meet with your aunt after some time. Can you describe to me what you shared with me last time about having tried talking to her?
Well, it's been a long time since I tried to talk to her because I don't know, every time I tried to talk in the past, she just won't let me. She gets really mad and just shuts me up. So I just don't talk to her anymore.
Okay. And so what we should do is probably just prepare ourselves for your narrative that you're going to be reading to your aunt about your whole situation. I know that last time we talked, you talked a lot about anger. And remember when we read when Sophie gets angry, really, really angry, and just going back to, some of the strategies I've taught you where you can just do the candle blowing strategy of just taking a deep breath, if you're having trouble reading that to her or telling her your story. You can also just, do your superhero stretch really quick and just come back and continue on with your story with her because it's very important that she hears it since she's been kind of shutting you out.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, what would you say you want to focus on for your trauma narrative with your aunt?
Well, I just want to ask, what happened? Why did my dad do what he did? I don't really understand. I don't know why he did it, and I don't know, how my mom felt. So I just really miss it.
Okay. So I remember a while back, you drew this picture here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to know if I asked you today to draw another picture, would it still look like this?
Yeah.
So a lot of the questions that you have is still on this picture and kind of what you saw that day and what you want to move past.
Yeah, because I made my daddy look really angry because he was being really mean. And I was hiding, so my dad couldn't see me.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, there is. So I think what we talked about today, it still sounds like we're going to go through with meeting with your aunt. So I'm going to meet with your aunt to let her know that you're going to be sharing your story with her. and just remember to use the strategies we've been working on. You've been through a lot, and you're tough, and you're going to be able to do this, okay?
Okay. What if she gets mad? What if she doesn't want to talk?
You know, I think that that's where I'm going to talk to her and make sure that she understands that what is going to happen here is very important to you, and it's very important to me as your therapist. And so we're going to make sure that she understands that, you know, we're going to be in a room and she's going to listen to your whole story. Okay? Alrighty. Well, that sounds great. Then we're going to meet again, Maggie, when your aunt is with us, okay? Lisa, how are you?
Good. How are you?
It's so nice to see you again. So I just kind of wanted to let you know where Maggie and I are. We did finish our book, When Sophie Gets Angry, Really, Really Angry. So we've been working on the behavior issues as well as the attachment issues that she was having. We also revisited the picture that she first drew in therapy, and mainly because we're going to be doing the trauma narrative as we have spoken on our next session, and I just hope that some of those parenting skills, strategies, the soothing ones, will be helpful for that day. So did you have any questions for me before then or anything like that?
No questions, just a comment that our last session where we talked about me realizing that maybe some of my own grief from that has caused me to kind of shut her down has really helped me in practicing my listening skills that we've worked on.
Well, that's wonderful. And she did bring that up a little bit in our session about how she has tried to tell you, and I understand it's very difficult because it was your sister. And so I just wanted to make sure that we practice those and continue this week to really think about that and how you can soothe yourself while you're listening to the very difficult story she's going to share with you. Thank you very much. I appreciate everything, and I hope that this session will be successful.